What's up, guys? Hope you are doing well. In today's video, we are going to discuss the dark stories that are associated with Steve Jobs and his popular company, Apple. So without any further ado, let's get started. Being against charity. Bill Gates has donated $28 billion to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which gives support to developing countries. At one point in his life, Steve Jobs spent some time while thinking philanthropically. After leaving Apple in 1986, he started the Stephen P. Jobs Foundation, which was closed after a year. Returning to Apple in 1997, he soon shuttered the company's philanthropic policies, which were never replaced again, despite the company's huge profits. Most of the American billionaires have given back to their communities in some way. When you analyze Steve Jobs' net worth, it's surprising that he has no public record of giving back to charity. Apple uses fear and intimidation to silence the press. Under Steve Jobs' regulation, Apple's legal team became popular for scaring journalists. One such example happened in 2005, when the company got a civil lawsuit after 19-year-old blogger Nick Ciarelli reported the existence of the Mac Mini before its launch. The legal battle ended after Ciarelli decided to shut down his blog forever. Gizmodo staff also report that after the tech media outlet published a video of an iPhone 4 model, Apple went to law enforcement, who later raided editor Jason Chen's home. The company is not above imitating the police to get what it wants. A San Francisco citizen claims that Apple employees portrayed police and reached his home in search of a lost iPhone model in 2010. In 2011, Apple performed the most secret police-like tendencies. After the company lost an iPhone model in a Bay Area bar, Apple security staff headed to the San Francisco Police Department. They claimed that they had lost a rare chunk of software and had tracked its location to one home using GPS. Sergio Calderon was the resident of that home. He revealed that Apple sent safety guards and plainclothes police officers to his home, where they asked about his location on the evening when the iPhone was lost. Apple employees threatened Calderon's family by asking questions about their citizenship status. Calderon, who is an American citizen, recalled the events as pretty horrible. Apple didn't find the phone at Calderon's home, but on their way out, they tried to bribe him. A history of reliance on sweatshop labor. In a 2010 report about Apple's factories working in China, it was revealed that the firms hired people below the legal working age of 16. Just 1 year later, in 2011, the company's child labor practices got worse. Its employees were bound to work for hours, with factories operating for the whole day and 7 days in a week to meet the global requirement for Apple products. The company also found that only limited factories were dealing with health and safety codes, and only limited suppliers were compliant on working hours than 2009. The staff members suffered verbal abuse. Steve Jobs is pretty happy with his iPhone, but working with him was clearly less beautiful. He had a reputation for being a dictator in the office. In 2008, it was reported that soon after the disappointing launch of Mobile Me, an email system which would give seamless synchronization features similar to the BlackBerry, Jobs reportedly doled out a half-hour public humiliation of the team which was responsible for it. According to reports, he ended his verbal accosting by replacing the head of the group on the spot. Steve Jobs fired people without any notice. During his tenure as the chairman of the board of directors at Pixar, lost profits in the company's 3 experiments, which were hardware, software, and animated content, threatened Jobs to make a round of deep layoffs. He argued that the employees should be expelled without any warning or severance pay. Pamela Kerwin, Pixar's vice president and general manager, argued that employees should be given at least 2 weeks' notice. However, Jobs didn't listen to him. Steve Jobs denied stock options to one of Apple's first employees. Daniel Kotke, who was Apple's employee and a special friend of Jobs, was never offered stock options in the company. Apple executive Rod Holt told Jobs about Kotke's lack of stock options, while saying that whatever he would give him, Rod would match it. After listening to Rod's words, Jobs decided to give Daniel nothing. He refused to hand over stock options, and Apple's co-founder Steve Wozniak dug into his own pockets by offering $10 million worth of Apple stock to the company's early garage employees. The App Store is guilty of censorship. As of 2012, over 50% of American houses owned an iPad, iPhone, or Mac computer, making Apple products the most famous platform from which you can consume media and software in America. Apple has used its power to shape and censor the apps that are accessible for download. Under Jobs' leadership, Apple restricted apps that featured the following from installation on its devices: gay art, gay travel guides, political cartoons, and congressional candidate pamphlets. Jobs even recommended buying competitors' products if they expected to view things which he considered to be purely suspicious. Alright, that's it for today's video, but before we confess our final goodbye, Please note new videos are updated regularly on a wide variety of interesting topics. Make sure you have subscribed to our channel so that you never miss out on any of our upcoming videos. See you soon. Peace.